Okay, so let's talk about groups. Groups, and what I'm going to do when I talk about groups, I'm going to talk about groups in terms of overall year groups or class groups, and also groups to do with when we create assignments. Okay, so Year 12, I've got two Year 12 classes. I teach them Mess 2. And what I want to do is I want to be able to look at individual classes' work. I don't want to see all of my participants for my whole course in one class. I want to be able to split them up into two different classes, but not have to have two separate courses. So what I'm going to do this is I'm going to do something called groups. Now this is really useful as well as if you're a head of department and you're doing, say, Key Stage 4 and you've got Year 10 English, for example, and you've got 7 different teachers. You can set up groups for each of the teachers, which allows the teacher just to see their students, but you to monitor all of the students across the whole of the school, of your subject area, sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, I'm going to go create group. I'm going to call this either, I can call this, say, my media classes I know is 12 ME1, that's the first one, and 12, so I'm going to type that and I'm going to pick the people who are in 12 ME1 from the list. So this is those people. Once I've done that, I'm going to go complete. Then I'm going to go back to groups. I'm going to go create group. I'm going to do 12 ME2, which is the next media class. Go next. And I'm going to pick the pupils that aren't assigned. It tells you here no groups. So I'm going to pick a few of these. I'm going to go complete. So now I've got, in this here, I've got two different groups. 9 in one, 6 in the other. How do groups work? Well, let's go back to the assignment we created last time. Remember this? I showed you previously. I want to look at ME1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the students that have submitted work here. I'm going to go groups. I'm going to take off the participants. I'm just going to look at 12 ME1. And this will just give me the results of those students which are there. If I wanted to look at the other class, I'd take off the untick, click 12 ME2. And this again will show me their results. Therefore, this is really good if you are looking at, you need to split courses up into individual teachers, but keep a holistic view of what's happening within a subject area. So that's groups, that's how you can use them. Okay, so the second part is groups, creating groups of students to submit work. On the last video, we made this assignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to basically allow assignments to submit group work. So what I'm going to need to do this, I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so action. I'm just copying this assignment so I can edit it. So what I'm going to do is the assignment here, we go edit. And remember we set this up? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the status here. Now, in the original assignment it was set to do not use groups, so that's individual hand-ins. If I go to here and I go learner defined groups, like this, and go save, what this will now allow me to do for students is to submit work where they've worked in pairs or threes or fours. So what the student would do in here, they will go, say Sophie Anderson here wants to submit some work. They would go down to here, they will add in the people who were part of their group. I'll click save. Once I've done that, you'll see that at the bottom it will say this is Sophie Anderson's work, this is when it was submitted, this is the date that it was submitted, and this will say not correct. And in the tutorial, after we've gone through groups, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you about marking and how all this element works. So that's basically how they will change groups, how they will be able to submit group work. And every single student within here, when we click on it to go show, it will show us, okay, Sophie and people like that. If I go give it a grade, save, you'll see that group has all been awarded a name. And in the next assignment, I'm going to go through marking some work. So that's all you need to know about groups.